So here's the little guys, all out of their box. There's 20. I ordered 25, and there's actually 26. A lot of times, companies that ship you, like Ideal Poultry, that ship you the chickens, these guys over here have found their heat lamp. They'll ship you an extra one or two just in case, because sometimes things happen in transport. Sometimes chicks die. Although I will say that from Ideal Poultry, I have never had a chick arrive dead from them. They're a good company as far as I'm concerned. We've had real good success with what they offer and what they ship. Um, we've been ordering from them for now about 6-7 years, so it's been a long time we've been doing business with them. And so we also here, we live in Canton, Texas. This hatchery is in Cameron, Texas, so we're not real far as that goes. So it's just pretty much they put them in the mail and we get them the next morning. So that helps too. When a chick is hatched, it can actually go 3 days without food in water because of the yolk sac that they absorb just before they hatch. It provides them with that energy and nutrients for that long. So that's why you can order chicks, day-old chicks. These guys hatched yesterday. Got packed up and put it in a box and shipped to me. And that's how that works, is because since they can last that long, you can ship them all over the country that way. So it's pretty neat. It's a pretty great way to be able to get chicks and raise them from the beginning. You know what they've been fed, what they have had to eat their whole lives. And it's really a fun process. And so this is one stall in our chicken house. And I have it set up for chicks. That's why the cardboard is lining the walls, because one thing that can be detrimental to baby chicks is drafts. So in the beginning, I take cardboard and I line the walls so that there are no drafts. I have their heat lamp set down to where the heat's down below the cardboard so the wind can't blow it away. And if they're hot, they move out. Like these guys over here, they're obviously not cold. They'd rather find their food in their water. And these guys over here decided they needed to warm up. So that's what you need in a brooder. You need the chicks to have the ability to move into the heat if they need it, or move out of the heat if they're too hot. Right now, they can't regulate their own temperature within their own body. They have to have external heat, and that's what the heat lamp provides. In nature, the mama provides it. That's why they get up under her and get up in her wings. And if you ever have a mama and chicks on your place, you can watch them. It's pretty fascinating. The mom will give a little cluck and all the chicks will come under her and she'll sit down for a while, warm them up, and then they'll get up and go on about their scratching and pecking and looking for food. And so then after the chicks are a couple of weeks old, they'll have pretty much their feathers in, and it always depends on the temperature outside. But I have found I can usually take the heat source away completely at about 4 weeks during the winter. Here in Texas during the summer, you don't hardly even need a heat source except at night. And most of the time they don't even hang out under the heat lamp even then. But I have it here in case they need it. So that's how we raise chicks here at Hollyberry Herb Farm. It's like I've said before, it's a fun process. And we started when the kids were little and they got to see chicks grow. And here's one close up. See its little feathers on its wings? It's just now starting to come in. And this little chick, like I said, is only 24 to 48 hours old at this point. And so feathers have already started to develop. They come pretty fast. And like I said, these are a breed called Black Australorps. The guys that sex these at the poultry, at the hatchery, they're really pretty good. But in a flock of 25, I'll probably have 3 or 4 roos that got in here, even though I ordered pullets. And that's okay with me. I like to have a couple of roos. It's kind of funny, if there's a flock of just hens, they fight and don't get along, and they're bickering constantly. But you put the roo in, and he goes around and pecks them on the head and settles them all down, and everyone gets along. So it's kind of interesting. They need that roo to keep peace. So I always have at least 1 or 2 roosters around, depending on the size of my flock. So I'll be happy to get these, because then I'll have a purebred flock. They'll all be Black Australorps. And then if I have more roos than what I need, I will sell a couple of the pullets, which are girls, and the roos, which are boys. And I'll sell like a trio, 2 hens and a roux or something like that. And usually what happens is I'll sell enough of these guys to pay for the order I placed to get them here, and then also the feed up to this point, raising them. So that way you kind of keep your operation at a break even. Unless you go big, you probably won't be able to make a living from it, but you can at least make sure they pay for themselves. So therefore the eggs and the meat you get from these guys are, well, basically free. So that's a cool deal. And there you have it.